What I'm about to share with you isn't just news, it's a call to awareness. Because while the mainstream media is busy pushing distractions, President Trump just dropped bombs in an interview that every red-blooded American needs to hear. Now, before we dive in, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you're never caught off guard when the truth finally breaks free. This is USA News Today, where we don't sugarcoat, we don't censor, and we sure as hell don't kneel. Folks, the deep state is shaking in its boots. Why? Because Trump isn't backing down. He just exposed once again how Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, and their entire crooked cabal orchestrated the biggest political scandal in U.S. history. I'm talking election interference, fake dossiers, rigged justice systems, and now another witch hunt with Ghislaine Maxwell thrown in as a distraction. Let's get into what President Trump said, and more importantly, what it means for every American who believes in truth, justice, and our Constitution.
Well, thank you very much, Chair Murkowski. We've changed roles on the Interior Committee, but we haven't changed our close partnership, working together on programs integral to the stewardship of public lands, the health and livelihood of tribal communities, healthy and productive forests, human health, clean water, clean air. The bill before you today protects funding for operating our public lands, including essential funding for the operation of the National Park Service, the National Forest System, the National Wildlife Refuge System, and the National Conservation Lands. It includes language that requires public land agencies to maintain staffing levels to carry out important missions, such as protecting important natural and cultural resources, maintaining access and recreation for visitors, conducting tribal consultation, maintaining infrastructure, and providing information to stakeholders and the public. I'd like to think that we don't actually need provisions requiring that there be enough staff to carry out essential activities, but at this moment in the national conversation, I think these sort of provisions are important in this bill. The administration has produced a 24% cut in the National Park Service since taking office, and doing so without a detailed plan that was presented and consulted with Congress, and that has absolutely concerned me about the operation of our national park units. It's important that our national park units remain in the national park system, and that's an important response to the administration's request to spin off those portions of our national park system. And I must say, these are, we call them units, these are treasures in every one of our states that our citizens love and want to see us maintain well and pass on to the enjoyment of the generations to come. I support this bill because it provides targeted resources for tribal programs. It provides funding for wildfire preparedness and operations and wildfire-related staffing. There are things in this bill that I don't particularly like, including some legacy riders, but we work together to make sure that there are not new controversial policy riders in this bill, and I think that's part of the partnership that will enable us to go forward on a bipartisan basis.
Point 1. The Ghislaine Maxwell interview, just another distraction. Trump made it clear. He had no idea the DOJ was seeking a new interview with Ghislaine Maxwell. But here's the thing. He called it appropriate. That means he supports justice, even when it involves people from dark corners of elite society. But let's be real. This smells like a distraction from the real crimes committed in D.C. too. Another witch hunt? You bet. Trump calls it what it is, a continuation of the witch hunt. And he's right. Every time the deep state feels the heat, they throw out another sideshow. But patriots see through the smoke. 3. Obama at the center of it all. Let's not dance around it. Trump named names. Barack Hussein Obama is the ringleader. Trump said it plainly. The classified documents, the dirty deals, the signed orders, they came straight from Obama's office. This isn't some conspiracy theory. This is treason. 4. Tulsi Gabbard's criminal referral? Huge. Tulsi Gabbard, a Democrat no less, submitted a criminal referral to the DOJ. That's how deep the rot goes. Even those on the left are waking up to the corruption in their own party. 5. Hillary Clinton and the fake dossier. Remember that $12 million fake dossier? Trump exposed it again. bought and paid for by Hillary and the DNC to destroy a duly elected president. Lies, fraud, and 2 years of fake investigations, and still no accountability. 6. Media complicity. For once, Trump said the media didn't publish the dossier before the election. But don't think that means they're heroes. He called out the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal for what they are: corrupt, dishonest, and now being sued for spreading lies. And you know what? He's right to go after them. 7. 2020 was rigged. Period. Trump didn't pull punches. The 2020 election? Rigged. He says it, we know it, and deep down, so do the folks who pretend otherwise. Swing states, popular vote? Trump insists he won it all. The aftermath? Open borders, inflation, and thousands of criminals pouring in. 8. The fallout. America's crisis. Because of that rigged election, Trump says we're now dealing with crime waves, illegal immigration, and dangerous individuals entering our communities. 11,888 murders, many of them with multiple victims. That's not just policy failure, that's intentional destruction. 9. Trump's resolve. He's not done. Trump's not backing down. He said it. I did it a third time and I won in a landslide. The media can ignore it. The left can scream. But the truth? The American people know what really happened. 10. A message to patriots. This is bigger than Trump. It's about saving the republic from the liars, traitors, and globalists who think they can rewrite history, erase borders, and rule over us. But not on our watch.
As Chair Murkowski mentioned, this is not the exact bill she would have written, nor the exact bill I would have written. But that is kind of the point of the bipartisan work in the Appropriations Committee, that no side gets everything they want, but they bring different visions from their home states and from their perspectives and work it out. And that's what we have done in balancing priorities and making trade-offs and keep the government working for the American people in a cost-effective manner. No, we haven't had a rescissions package under the 1974 Impoundment Control Act for the last 30 years until recent weeks. And that's partly because of the bipartisan work that this committee does and this committee has stuck by in defending. And I certainly would like to see us be able to sustain that effort. I'm really pleased to see us moving this bill forward, knowing that there's more bipartisan consideration to be done on the floor of the Senate in conversation with the House. There are areas I would like, if I was writing it by myself and I had, the magic wand, I would be investing more in EPA's research arm to help keep toxic chemicals out of our air, water, and soil. More for repairing maintenance on our public lands. More in modernizing the healthcare system for our tribal communities. And more in investing to confront the extreme threat of climate chaos on our drinking water, our wildlife, our forests, and our ecosystems. And certainly one feature of that in the West are the wildfires. We have 70 large wildfires burning as we sit here at this moment. We have 6 major wildfires burning in my home state of Oregon, including the largest in the country. Already this year, there's been 40,000 wildfires burning 2.9 million acres. So I'd like to see us invest more in forest management, and it has a dual benefit. It makes the forest more fire resilient, but often improves the ecosystem, the forest at the same time. That's a win-win that can bring people together. As I close, thank you very much, Chair Murkowski. It really has been a pleasure working with you over these last few years. And my team has greatly enjoyed working with your team. My team, Melissa Zimmerman, Ryan Hunt, Anthony Cedillo, and Rishi Sagal. And on Senator Murkowski's team, Daniel Mencher, Anna Smith, Sarah Jorgensen, and Aaron Thiel. They've lost a lot of sleep. I know they'll really look forward to a little bit of rest in the days to come. And then they'll be back at work preparing as we try to move these bills forward to the floor. So again, thank you very much for your partnership. And thank you, Chair Collins and Vice Chair Murray. And I yield back.
Thank you, Senator.
My fellow Americans, we are in the fight of our lives. What President Trump said isn't just history. It's a roadmap for justice. The truth is being revealed piece by piece, and it's up to us to share it, spread it, and shout it from the rooftops. Don't let them gaslight you. Don't let them shame you. And don't let them silence you. Because when you stand for truth, you stand for America. If you believe in God, country, family, and freedom, then you're in the right place. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to USA News Today, the home of fearless patriotism. God bless you. God bless President Trump. And God bless the United States of America.